Good morning, Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, all the way to South Bend, down south to Rensselaer. We are here in the bunker, WJOB, Veterans Views radio show, Indiana award-winning radio show, and we've been on the air for 17 years or so. We are here to bring you the most updated news every single week, what's going on in the region, how we can support our veterans. We bring on constant guests in our supportive cast to represent the U.S. military veterans organizations, as well as you citizen soldiers out there that feel like you can contribute or you support the U.S. military and its veterans here in Northwest Indiana. So we have our famous co-host here. We have Commander Ostrander.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show, Marine.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. And then we have our Purple Heart recipient, Steve Bramer.
Good morning.
All combat veteran over there.
How you guys
and
doing?
we're going to show the crowd today a little bit of Steve's fortitude. I am, of course, Chief Robert Rockwell, a U.S. Army veteran, and we are here today. We're going to go over quite a few topics, but the first thing we want to get to is, Steve, I want to ask you, your shirt, it says Until Valhalla, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean
It means-
to the military out
it
there,
means
the
you're-
veterans and
You're
citizen
going to
soldiers?
make me go to heaven soon.
Okay, so Valhalla is like a
physical activity.
warrior heaven, right? Like we're combat warriors, or
I think it's like a Viking
service-
thing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So when somebody passes away, you wear the wristband Valhalla type deal when they're like killed in KIA, things like that, right? So we hope that today Steve survives and doesn't go to Valhalla. We want him to live as long as he can, but we have a challenge for him, and the challenge is for a great, great cause. He accepted the challenge. Myself, Chief Rockwell, and Commander Ostrander here last week set out a challenge for Steve Bramer to do push-ups for Jim Paluch's Road to Recovery. Jim Paluch is a Marine veteran, and there's a spaghetti dinner fundraiser for him September 11th at Post 66 in Griffith. Poor Jim is in a coma. It's a motorcycle accident. He's got 5 kids. Youngest child's even still in diapers.
Oh,
So
my God. That's
we
so
want to make
sad.
sure that as he recovers from his coma, and last I heard that he was starting to kind of awake from
A little bit,
but
yeah.
I don't want to put out
Oh,
any
that's
news.
awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm
Hopefully.
sure he's going to have a long road to recovery.
Oh, absolutely.
Problem is that he didn't file for VA benefits and whatnot. Obviously, before, a lot of people have that pride. I don't need it, or it's for somebody
Exactly.
else, and that's just not the case. That's why we're here to put out this sort of news. But we have a little fun event this morning to help support Jim's road to recovery and get him some money. Donna Ostrander and I have said that for every military form push-up that Steve Bramer can do live on air on WJOB on Veterans Views radio show at 0900 Friday morning, that we will donate $20 a push-up.
That's right.
It's got to be correct. It's got to be to the military.
First of
standard.
all,
We're
I didn't
not
think
on
we
our
were
knees.
serious on this. I just have to add that. I didn't think
We're
this
not
was-
on our knees. We're not arching our back. Okay.
Oh, boy.
We're not sagging in the front. All right. We're high and tight. I mean, you got your gig line straight.
I don't have to have my feet on the ground. I could just use my knees, right?
Negative.
What?
Negative. That is a negative, Private.
We don't even let women in the Marine Corps do that anymore. What's wrong with you?
All right, so we're going to get down over here. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube Live, then please feel free to comment, post,
Call.
anything about his form if you don't like it. I am a very...
First of all, this is the first push-up I'm doing in like 20 years. I want you
Oh,
guys
you
to
haven't
know.
been practicing since last week?
No, I didn't
Oh.
think this was serious.
Well, this is for a good cause. And here, we're going to pose this other challenge. So no matter what Steve does this morning, Donna and I are going to donate to the good cause and to help the family as much as we can. But be there September 11th at Post 66 for the spaghetti dinner. And Steve will then be doing more push-ups for a larger group.
What the?
And we'll be placing bids as to how many push-ups he has to raise funds at that location.
Did you
So
just
be
move the
there
goalpost on me?
September 11th.
So you can
Post
do,
66.
if you do, people can sponsor them for $5, $10, $20,
Yeah.
whatever they want. And
We're
then,
going $20 a push-up today
Yeah.
because we've got minimal.
I got faith in you.
Yeah, we've got a lot of faith in you. Yeah, and so
I should
hey,
destroy you guys.
if Steve rocks out like 60, I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness. I have to ask the wife to write a check. But I have a feeling that between now and September 11th at Post 66, Steve's gonna be able to do a lot more then. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we're gonna get after it right now.
I know I'm gonna train now.
Okay.
I
Oh,
am
all
gonna
right.
train. You guys
Okay,
are lucky.
first things first.
All right.
I'm going to read out the instructions. We're going to count the correct repetitions allowed and issue corrective commands or terminate the event for infractions such as sagging the hips, improper hand placement, incomplete arm extensions, or resting improperly. Okay, so there's a few things that Steve needs to get this right, all right? We're going to get down. You're going to get in the front lean and rest first. All right, straight back. The push-up, the body up as one single rigid unit into the front leaning rest position. Lower the body until the chest, hips, and thighs touch the ground simultaneously. All in one simultaneous
Oh,
mode.
man.
Arm extend, both arms straight out, all the way up, elbows straight. No resting on the ground, no resting. The only rest position is the front lean and rest position at the plank position. Okay? Are you tracking, soldier? Commander, are you ready for the instructions?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, Steve, assume the front lean and rest position.
You better get over here because I ain't gonna be able to hold this too long.
All right, here we go, people.
On my set, you're gonna go.
You ready?
Get ready, go.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
What?
Oh.
2.
Oh, come on. Oh, man.
All right, that's 3. Okay.
Oh,
Let's go.
come on. This is a for fundraiser.
4,
4,
5.
5.
We'll roll it down.
Here we go.
All
6.
the way up.
Okay, so you want to do it
Let's
like
do
that?
it.
I'm
Let's
gonna
do it.
bounce
Let's
off
do
this
it.
floor
Let's
now.
do it. Get it.
7, 8, 9.
Come on, one more.
Come on, you got it. You got it. One more.
Hey.
Woohoo! 10.
Got it. Good job, Steve.
So, are you gonna match him or?
Oh,
Good job, Steve. Good job. We just raised, what, $400?
$400.
$400 for Jim between Donna and I. Now, if you want a real position.
Uh-oh,
maybe
here we go.
just- Oh,
Oh, look at that.
you gotta keep your
4,
face forward. Get it.
5,
Get it.
6, 7, 7, 7, 6.
it sucks when they repeat that number, doesn't it?
Yeah, good stuff.
You know, in all fairness, we just sprung. Rocky just sprung this on Steve last week out of the blue. So.
Steve, yeah. Whew, let's give Steve a few minutes to recover. They can get back on the show. But hey, you know what? The great cause is that Steve knocked out 10, and at $20 a piece from me
Yep.
and Commander Ostrander here, we just raised $400 that
That's
we'll
right.
present to Jim and Jim's family at Post 66,
66.
September 11th for the spaghetti dinner. So
I
be
think
there,
I'll have
be
it saved
square.
by then.
Yeah.
I can't
know what?
imagine doing 80 of those. In
Oh,
2
my
minutes
God.
Again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, good job, Steve.
Thanks.
Hey, I'm happy.
Whatever.
I'm happy you did at least 10.
Yeah, at least I didn't embarrass myself.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You know?
That's solid.
So how many do you have to do?
Well,
How many do you have to do in the Army to get a first class PFT?
So the new Army combat fitness test has changed quite a bit, and they now do what's called arm release push-ups. So you go down, all right, and when you go down, you go out, all the way out, extend your arms out,
Ooh.
bring it back into the shoulders, then up.
Oh, no clap
So
in the middle?
No clap. So like this.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh my
No,
God.
as long as your arms are continuously moving, they won't eliminate you from the event. So, in order to take a breather from like, this is kind of like when I get to like 40, right? I'll be like this, up, down, and then I'll go like this. Out,
Oh, like real slow.
Oh.
Because now I'm sitting on my chest taking that breath.
Mm-hmm.
So you're laying flat when you put your arms out?
Yeah, you're laying on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you try to knock them out quick, if you're like boom, boom, it wears out your rotator cuffs big time.
Oh,
It's
I bet.
a heck of a burn.
Ooh.
So
See, it used to be where you had to hold your hand in a fist, or somebody hold your hand on a fist, and then they had to lower and
At least touch the hand.
Touch
Yeah.
the hand.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's how it used to be.
So I mean, if you at least touch the hand, but if you say, hey, I'm gonna touch the ground, that's fine too. At least that's how you.
72 used to be the max for
Yeah.
push-ups.
So I
Wow.
think the most I ever did.
I think ours was
'Cause you-
80.
You have 2 minutes to do.
Yeah.
In the Army, the Air Force is. It used to be, and it's different now. But it used to be. It was a minute and a half. No, it was 1 minute for each. Somebody call in and correct me, but I believe, basically, like, the Army had 2 minutes to do whatever it was. The minimum was like 40. The Air Force did that, but half of it. So
Okay.
you had 1 minute to do like 25 or something.
Oh, wow.
But like the 2 mile run for the Army, you had like 15 minutes to do 2 miles.
Yeah.
Okay. The Air Force cut off like a quarter mile. So it was like, or a half mile. So it was like a mile and a half,
Mile and a half. Yeah.
in like 12 minutes, which is still cooking.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, I don't know if I could do that. Like the Air Force is,
Didn't the Marines?
kind of tough.
Marines used to run 3 miles.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, 3 miles. Well, the women at one time, the PFTs were different for the men and the women. Now they're pretty much the same. But the women had to do an arm hang, which was a 70-second arm hang, which doesn't sound like very long, but you have to can't bend you keep your elbows bent
wow.
and your chin above the bar. Now you could come down, but your elbows could not go straight.
Oh,
Your head could come below the bar, but your arms had to stay bent.
yeah.
Man, that was tough. Because
That
I'd have
seems
guys
tough.
who say, "Oh man, that's easy. That's easy." Oh yeah, get up there, Mother Hubbard. And do it.
Yeah, Mother Hubbard.
Yeah, get up there and do it. And they would do it. They would be like, "Oh, this isn't as easy as it looks," you know.
Yeah.
Pull-ups is one of the hardest things I've
Yeah,
ever done.
I don't, you know.
It's
and
hard.
and now women are required to do pull-ups.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many now. And they got a 3 mile run like the men do. Ours used to be a mile and a half,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's 3 miles now.
Yeah, and it was
So-
like 3 miles and like for like an 18-year-old in like 21 minutes.
Yeah,
So that's a fast.
7-minute mile,
yeah,
Yeah, that's
which is
fast.
good.
yeah. We'd have.
Even though some of these guys can run it in like 5.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They
1.5
they
minutes,
cook,
kinda
man.
crazy.
5.5 minute miles and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I used to work for this warrant officer, and I was his official cigarette holder for all physical fitness tests. And after every event, the pull-ups, the sit-ups, and the run, I had to meet him with a lit cigarette.
He'd rip
Oh
that
my
cigarette.
god!
Yeah.
It's
And I was like, "Sir, I don't know how," because we could never have our PFT on the same day, never. You know, so
Some people can do it. Like,
He
just
could do
rip
it. He would-
cigs and run. And
he
it's
would
like,
smoke
what the heck?
before and after battalion run, which was at least 5 miles. And
Oh, battalion runs on Fridays.
yeah,
That's my kind of guy right there.
Those are
And
the worst.
I think if he could, he would have smoked while he was running.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
He was one
Push-ups.
hardcore dude, man. He
Yeah.
was a good guy. He's a good warrant officer, you know. And
But Steve, I'm proud of you for taking the challenge.
yeah,
We
Thanks.
raised some good funds.
yeah, and we'll raise some more on the 11th.
Yeah. Actually, I'm supposed to have drill that weekend. And it's a 3-day.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna request because of the special event, right? And I want to make sure that I support that I can split train
Heck
that
yeah.
day, go down there
Yeah.
another day. I gotta be there. Vice
Yeah.
commander at Post 66.
Right.
You know, and it was a Griffith person too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Marine veteran.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and he was one of those guys who said, "Well, you know, I don't need to apply for benefits. There's people out there that need them more than I do, or you don't feel the need that you need help." You know, and
Right.
I mean, yes, it is hard for veterans to ask for help to begin with, but for combat veterans, some of them it's even harder because it seems like why do I need help? I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
went over there, I kicked butt, I came home, I'm good to go.
It's almost like you don't want to put it in the atmosphere because
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
then
I-
stuff is
I
going to
just-
start going
I
wrong.
think the old cliche, and at least this is what I thought too before I started getting a little further into the rabbit hole, is that other people deserve it more than I don't want to take money from them.
Yeah.
But the more you learn, the more you know. You're not taking money from anybody. Like
You're actually helping
you're helping the And
Yeah.
Steve, tell us why
because
it helps.
when you don't apply, any money that's left over at the end of the fiscal year goes back to the government.
So if you
And
don't use
then-
it, you lose it, right?
And then we lose that, that portion of it for the next year also.
But that's the way the military.
oh, they
budgets,
lower the
too.
budget, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're actually doing us a favor by applying for benefits.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and keeping it
point.
healthy, right?
Yeah. And a lot of people, I would imagine, especially combat vets, don't want to relive, everything they went through. And
Right.
in my experience with, especially with mental health at the VA, a lot of times you go over your story, and then within 6 months you got a new one. You got a new mental health therapist, and it's like,
And you got to do it all
Now I
over
gotta start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like Jesus criminy.
Yeah.
A lot of it is the minimalist mentality of the older generation, myself included. I feel like I'm a part of that minimalist mentality that the military raised me with, of like, hey, suck it up, drive on.
Yeah.
And it's not so much that way anymore. And somebody, I was having a cocktail at my local watering hole. I'll give them a shout out, the Alice Room in Griffith, yesterday. And somebody was like, I'm worried about this generation, da-da-da. And what do I got to think about the military and whatnot? And I said that, there's always going to be people that join and then sham. And don't take it as serious, as prideful as I would say most people. Now, those are very far and few in between. And obviously, every generation says the next generation's weak, especially in the military, because I'm almost at 20 years now. So I see some of these troops coming in, and of course, that's not how it used to be, blah, blah, blah. I'm
Back in my day.
I'm old and crusty, right?
Yep.
Now, somebody 20 years before me would tell me I'm soft.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I tell you what, the backbone of the military runs through experience and the longevity. And there's people that have been in the military for 20, 30 years still to this day, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they mentor and provide that culture. And I've met some of the smartest, I'm telling you, computer whiz can jump off an entire page of detailed reports to a commander without looking at it once. Just military verbiage.
Yeah.
Nothing along the lines of
And I
just
think
no skipping their steps. It's like
Yeah.
they're so smart, you know?
And I think some of our military people now on active duty might even be tougher than we were because the physical standards are going up.
Yeah.
The PT, the PFTs, physical fitness tests, the combat test. We didn't have a combat test when I was on active duty. So
Serious athletes.
Yes.
Is what they are.
Yeah.
Like some of these soldiers now. And again, like I seen a buck sergeant. I think I talked about him on the radio when I was overseas last year, and I'm like, this is a good E5, and he's only in for 4 years, probably 4 or 5 years, and this kid is high speed, right?
Yeah.
22, 23 years old. I'm like, this is the future of the Army. This is the kind of kid that I see.
Yeah.
That is like they're still doing a good job at basic training, So don't lose faith. We are the strongest military in the world, and all of our different branches, whether it be the chair force or whether whether the Marines are drawing their grid coordinates out with blue crayons. It all comes together peacefully, and then you got your Army meatheads too. It's just drinking water out of puddles and breathing out of their mouths. But we do it all together, and somehow we make it work.
Yep.
And we're not slaves.
No.
We're volunteer forces, and we got
That's
pride
right.
in the red, white, and blue.
That's right.
So that's what makes us different. They can have 10 battleships to our one, but I tell you what, our one battleship's going to take out half their fleet.
Yep.
Because we got pride.
And I think that's what makes our military the best on the planet is that we are all volunteers, and nobody's forced to join the military. We don't have compulsory service like, say, Israel does, where everybody has to go for 2 years. But, I think the military, I'm sure you've all been asked, would you do it again? I'm like, heck yeah, I would. If I was called today, I would go. I mean, I'm not as fast or as fit as I was back then.
Oh, come on.
But I would go in a second if they needed me,
Yeah.
And I know a lot of veterans feel the same way
Yeah.
because it's just ingrained in you
Forever.
and that part doesn't go away. I don't care how long you've been out.
Yeah, and that brings up a really good point. And Steve, you're a really good example of this. Having gone through some serious, combat scenarios, and now your life revolves a lot around volunteering to help veterans and to help the overall military subsidies with on the volunteer forces and on the civilian side. It's just like you every day are wearing like a DAV shirt or an American Legion shirt or something, and it just bleeds off you. And that's the sort of mentality that every veteran should have, and I respect that a lot. I love that about you. And so
Thanks.
Anybody out there
I
that
appreciate
hasn't, joined their local legions, what am I going to do there? It's like, it's not the point of the $50 a year, right?
Right.
It's a point of being a part of the,
It's having purpose again.
right.
Yeah.
That's why I like it so much, because it gives me purpose like I did when I was in, because you feel very lost when you don't have those goals in front of you. And,
Right.
just that everyday monotonous, going to work, coming home, just same thing.
Yeah.
Like it just, when you're in the military, there's always something exciting happening or something
you
always
got
to
your
do,
friends and your team.
right? And you
like,
come
Yeah.
back and it's just like, what?
Yeah, if you
What do you want me to
isolate
do?
yourself, then it can really be a problem. You need
Yeah.
people to relate to.
Yeah.
Right.
And majority of people I talk to are veterans, so
Yeah.
it kind of fits to get into something where I talk to veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's funny because I don't swear all that much, but then when I get around like a group of veterans and we're like shooting the breeze,
Yeah.
I'm like,
comes out a little natural.
yeah, I'm like effing this and S-ing that, and like, wow, like it just changes.
Yeah.
The whole mentality changes
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
talking. When you're with a veteran. It's,
Yep.
Yeah. So we got a caller. Welcome to Veterans Views Radio, caller. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, G.I. Joe, G.I. Jane, Citizen Soldier.
Here we go.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Ernie.
Ernie. Legendary.
Yes.
Coming through. Yeah. About like Johnny Appleseed. But anyway,
Well, they had those
Moving right
metal.
along.
They had those
Steve,
metal
I get
helmets, like the hat Johnny Appleseed wore, that metal pot on his head. You guys wore those in World War II, didn't you?
no, World War One. Matter of fact, I have an original helmet, World War One,
Wow.
and Joe Simonetto begged me for that helmet time and time again, but I'm not giving it up.
There you
Yeah.
But
go.
I'll
Yeah.
show it to you one day.
Brain
Okay.
bucket.
Steve, I could outdo you. Bramer, on those push-ups.
Oh, let's see this
What do
on
you do,
September 11th.
3?
Well, he did 3 good ones, but I counted 10 for the cause.
The rules on that is unbelievable. Like 20 minutes of rules, 3 seconds of push-ups. Anyway,
That's about right.
well, that's the military for you, right?
Yep.
Anyway, on the busy side of what we're doing, I wanted to just make a little announcement. We do have our itinerary for the November 6th Lunch and Learn at the Hammond Sportsplex. Do you mind if I go through the speakers for a moment?
Absolutely, yeah.
no,
Please
go
do.
Go ahead.
And this is for veterans with disabilities. This entire program, Mayor McDermott put it together with the Disabilities Commission, our second annual. And it'll kick off probably about 9 a.m. lining up. And then 9:45, there'll be a welcome by Matt Muta, the commission president. And then a prayer by Patrick O'Dowd representing Post 168. And then I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. And then we'll have opening remarks from Mayor McDermott. And then the speakers, it's pretty much confirmed and good to go. From Veterans Home Care, we have Danny Falono will be a speaker at 10 a.m. Donna Ostrander,
What?
Commander, American Legion Post 168, and Steve Bramer, 10:30. You should be able to get off the show and get there by 10:30
Yeah.
on a Friday. This is Friday. And then Pat O'Donnell, he'll be speaking about veterans with disabilities. And then there's a lunch break. It's all free and complimentary. And then in the afternoon at noon, we'll start with Bernadette Rhodes from the Gold Star Family Support Group. and the Patriot Riders are going to be assisting her too. I think her husband's president of it. And I want to give a shout out to Connie Karras for putting that speaker together for us. And then we got Jason Godey, and he'll talk about the benefits, the current ones, and what's up to date for veterans. And then Mr. Rockwell, we have you in the mix. I think the last time we talked, we kicked it around for 1 o'clock at the closing for questions, answers, and comments. And I hope you could make it along with everybody else. And then at 1:30 a dismissal. But it's a really good program, and it helps those with disabilities. And we're encouraging all our veterans and their families to come out and enjoy, a day and ask questions and learn whatever we could send out to them.
Heck
So I wanted to just make mention of the lineup.
Love
Okay,
it.
love
Love
it.
it.
Sounds
Be
awesome.
prepared for sure.
Heck yeah.
I don't have to do push-ups there, do I?
Yeah,
No, you're going to do,
no push-ups, Steve.
Man, Steve's going to be tan, tatted, and jacked by the end of the year. He's going to be swolio.
Yeah, right.
you'll be doing burpees.
I know. Why pick on Steve? I had a New Year's resolution not to pick on Steve, and I haven't so far this year. but the word much. But in conclusion to all of this, the mayor also put together Veterans Appreciation Day Parade. This is all revolving around November 11th, Veterans Day. And he put together that, and it's going to be the next day on a Saturday. So our Lunch and Learn for veterans with disabilities is tied in then to the parade that the mayor has put together in the city of Hammond, and that'll be November 7th. That's all pretty much set. But I just wanted to add that and let you get back to the program. And everybody's doing a great job, and really appreciate what you do for all the veterans and their families. You got to remember they're part of the mix and kind of forgotten for the most part, but the families really do suffer a lot in the long run.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Good
remember
point.
that for sure.
Yep.
Thanks, Ernie.
Thanks, Ernie.
All right, let's go. 10-4.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, Ernie.
Cool. Charlie Mike, continue mission. Hey, so that's a great event coming up on Veterans Day, and I missed it last year. I don't know what the heck. Oh, what was I doing? I wasn't deployed. I was already home then.
Yeah.
Well, I missed it for something
You're probably
anyways,
getting
but I
your life
won't
back
miss
together.
it. Yeah, I was probably getting my life back together, and my wife was like, enough military for now.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely won't miss it this year. And you know what? The Hammond town does a great job.
Yep.
Really good job. The city of Hammond, I should say, is supporting veterans and,
Yeah, they
and
do.
having so many different events. And
They do.
I'm not from Hammond, but I love this city. It takes me 2 minutes to get here from Griffith. And every time I come to Hammond, it just seems like it's getting better and better.
Yep.
So, you guys got power?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you?
Good. Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's nice.
My
Finally,
sister-
I think everybody has power.
My sister finally got power on Tuesday. 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
There's still
2
there's still
weeks?
some people without
Yeah.
power.
Oh, is there still
Oh.
some people?
A few, yeah. Because like my sister, her line coming from the pole to the house was on the ground, coiled up around, at the coiled up in the driveway.
I guess there's
So-
a lot of Gary that's still out, too.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Oh, is there still in Gary too?
Yeah, still in Gary. There's still some.
And you know what?
That's
I
rough.
don't know what it is, but somebody was like shooting at one of the people trying to fix the poles.
Oh, my
Everybody's
God.
heard about this.
I didn't hear
think,
about
but
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it was
heard
like
about it.
during the mix of like trying to put power.
Wow.
And one psychotic jerk represents an entire city.
Yeah.
Because now NIPSCO is like dragging their feet on Gary.
Yeah.
Right. It just goes to show how one person can ruin the reputation of an entire community.
Well,
You know
the
what I mean?
statement that NIPSCO put out was that they were suspending operations until they can come up with like a safety plan.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
what it was.
It's
So,
pretty sad that to turn the power on, they have to be escorted by the police.
Yeah.
That
it's-
says a lot.
And there's so
It's
many
terrible.
like still good parts of Gary, and even
Yeah.
I could say the same thing about Gary. I just said about Hammond. I feel like it since I was a kid, it's gotten a lot better. I mean, there is decent
Well,
parts.
we
now,
have to
like-
give it up to all these like city workers
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think they did really
They
good.
did it.
getting
I mean, and
these trees.
I live in
Yeah.
Hammond, and they were out the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guys that clear the alleys and they
With
were
probably
picking
didn't
up
have
all the
power
junk.
themselves.
No, they probably didn't, but they
Yeah.
were out working. You know, and
Region
so
Geddon
and the
continues.
guys and the women, the men and women that work on the lines restoring power, restoring cable, restoring everything. You got to hand it to them because they worked a lot of long hours, and they're probably still doing it.
Yeah.
You know, because they, you know, a lot of time now. I used to install cable back in the day, and when we had a tornado go through Hobart, man, I was working 12, 14 hours a day climbing telephone poles and. You know, and it's hard work. It's not easy, but the thing is you do it, because you want to satisfy. You do it because that's your job. But and those guys are probably out there working a lot of long hours, and you do what you got to do to get people up and running, and then there's probably some tweaking they're going to have to do. They maybe they put I don't know for sure, but maybe they put up temporary things. I don't know, but I think what needs to happen is there still needs to be an investigation in NIPSCO and the way they handled this, because without going down this I know this doesn't have much to do with veterans, but it affected every veteran in the region.
Well, yeah, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because this was kind of a big thing.
Yeah,
for
there were guys that they weren't allowed to stock up their trucks at the beginning of the day and just go out and fix stuff. They had to return to their headquarters every time they needed something. Which,
really?
Yeah, I was like,
makes
because
no
they wanted
sense.
paperwork on what houses they were going to and what they were using the supplies for, and I'm like, they could have just wrote that down in a logbook or something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, come on, that's just stupid. So I mean, that's just one of the things that came from a lineman directly.
Wow.
So it's crazy the way this was handled, and I think there's a lot of room for improvement. This seems to be happening more and more in our region, and we were wholly unprepared for this.
I don't remember this ever happening when I was a kid.
No, we very seldom had a tornado here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're the new Tornado Alley or what's going on, but this year's been really bad.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Since you've done this before.
Yeah.
Why are they not putting the lines in the ground?
Well, because it's more expensive.
To put in the ground?
To put in the ground initially. So,
like if they're already on the poles.
On the poles. So what they're doing with new construction is they put that underground. Now, if they were to put everything underground, because it's like the stuff that goes underground is an installer's dream, but a repairman's nightmare.
Okay.
Because finding the problem can take a lot longer. Because you can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see if the wire's cut or something like that. Somebody comes through and digging in their garden and they cut the NIPSCO wire or something. They're going to get a shock out of life.
Right. Oh yeah.
But that's why you call and have locates done. But so to do it would be cost prohibitive right now to take every existing line and put it underground. If you drive around and you look at all the lines and putting that all underground, you have to dig up the streets depending on where it is.
Yeah.
If it goes along the street, you're going to have to dig there, and who knows what you're going to find when you start digging near our streets.
Yeah.
So you got the sewers, you've got storm drains.
I get that. I never thought about it, but I was reading a lot about people are complaining, like, why aren't these in the ground?
Yeah.
So I'd say that there is correlation to local veterans and what's going, because the snowball effect of this is still going on. And I was just at a meeting 2 days ago with a bunch of real estate experts, and the assessments of the most recent assessments of houses that have been purchased or that are for sale now have to be completely reassessed, even if they're at that closing point.
Oh.
Yeah, or within closing time frame because of the storm, right?
They may have damage.
So you could be losing value in your home, like as you speak, if you're in the middle of closing, and it's not just a local thing. I think somebody I don't quote me. I was asking one of my experts to call in the show, but they said that they made it like a law that everything had to be.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Right.
There was that much damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've driven out to Portage or Munster, East Chicago,
Just
Gary, I mean,
driving on the expressway, you see it with the trees.
with the
knocked
tree,
down.
and you see trees right. Well, they've cleaned up quite a bit, but you see the tree that went right through the middle of somebody's house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And thank God. No,
And then in the south, towards Fishers,
they got
all the flooding.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the flooding came down there.
Yeah.
Just wild.
It's the state
What's
is.
the
going on?
world? Yeah, and the weather, right? Like
Yeah, we could go down that rabbit hole.
people have been here for 100.
Yeah.
Ernie's been here since
Since founding.
Yeah, right. The French and Indian War, and I mean, right when Indiana was found, right?
Right.
And he has never experienced this. Sort
No,
of weather,
no.
right?
And I mean, I grew up here, and we never experienced. I mean, we had a lot of snow when I was a kid, but being in the Midwest, that was expected.
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I feel like we had snow on like Halloween when I was a kid.
Oh, we
A
did
lot,
that one
yeah,
time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember
a few
that,
times.
too.
Yeah.
So there was a couple of companies I'd seen over these past couple weeks that helped a lot. One of them was Operation Barbecue Relief. They provided meals for the DAV when we did this disaster relief a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Then I was at Walmart and I saw these guys. They were called Team Rubicon, Rubicon, and they're out of like California.
Oh.
And they said that they were there to help with the tree removals. So I contacted them. I said I had a couple disabled vets that needed help, and they took the names and
Took care of
they're
it.
contacting them, and they're taking
that's
care
awesome.
of it.
Wow.
So kudos to them. DAV came up. It was kind of sad because like all of our events we had to postpone. The walk we had to postpone.
Right.
Our picnic, Wicker Park just called, said that they cannot accommodate us this year.
Yeah, I drove by Wicker Park. Wow, there's trees everywhere.
Oh man, it's like
They've
three
cleaned up quite a
quarters.
bit.
I think like 3/4 of those trees
Yeah.
are gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
A lot of them are gone.
Yeah.
Oh, at Wicker?
Yeah.
It's bad, yeah.
And you know, the one thing too is I want to give a shout out to Strax and Van Til's out in Portage.
Yeah.
They may have been doing it in other
did
places,
too.
but they were giving away cases of water, ice,
Oh, yeah.
and food.
And the hot dogs?
Hot dogs, yeah,
Oh,
so
it
you
was
could-
all the Strax.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that was great. They were doing that.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
We got a caller.
Yep. Go ahead, caller. You're on Veterans Views.
Hey, good morning. Scott Swinford. How are you all?
Hey, how you doing,
Scott?
Scott?
That's what we were just talking about. Hey, thanks for calling in. We got our subject matter expert here, Scott Swinford. And I was being told by some real estate experts the other day that there's some new assessment or reassessment obligations for people that were in the window of closing. Is that what can you speak to that? How does it affect and maybe anybody using VA loans out there?
Yeah, well, it's not just VA loans.
Okay.
It's because of the storm damage and stuff, we're in what they call, it's a FEMA disaster area.
Okay.
So any of the properties that we've had, and I've got 3, 2 of them closed already, and one of them will close in a couple weeks, that the appraisal was done prior to the storm coming through. So what they're looking at is they just want some verification that the house is in the same shape that it was before the storm currently when it closes. If there wasn't a big tree through the roof, there shouldn't be one now. And if something happened, that it would get fixed prior to the loan closing. So we got really lucky. 2 of these homes were at Portage, and they didn't have any damage. One the power was out for 10 days. It just came on the day before we closed. But those are things that they want to look at, is they want to make sure if there was any damage, that it was repaired, that the power is on. And from my side, I would want to make sure that when the power came back on, that they didn't have voltage surges or something that would cause issues with their appliances or their furnace or things like that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we've been really lucky, knock on
we
wood.
were just kind of talking about the snowball effect of how this storm continues to affect locals, right? And we're trying to correlate it a little bit to, VA and veterans. And so we're kind of saying, hey, how is this affecting our local veterans that may have utilized a VA loan? And is it really going to put them behind on being able to close on a home? What's the timelines on these things? Are they getting these reassessments done fairly quickly?
Yeah, we had the 2 that we closed. One was FHA, the other one was VA, and it's really getting hold of the appraiser. For us, I ended up calling the appraiser after we sent him a couple emails and a message through the VA portal, and just said, "Hey, I just wanted to make sure you received this." And he said, "Yeah." He goes, "Tell me a little bit about it." I said, "Yeah, it's this appraisal you did a week and a half ago, and there were storms. So we need you to go out there." He says, "Yeah, give me an hour." So he went
Okay,
out there,
that's
and
good.
by that evening, we had the new report.
Oh wow.
Good. What are you seeing locally You're out in what, Valpo area?
I'm in Hebron.
Hebron, okay. So what are you seeing out locally? I was actually just out there in that Hebron area for my kid's soccer game last week. Didn't seem too crazy. Did you guys
Well, they
get
got
hit that far?
last time.
Yeah, no, we had we lost power for about 6 seconds, and there were a couple really small branches that fell off the train, off one of the trees in my yard. So we were blessed. We got almost nothing.
I think that's a good
now,
way
I
of
grew
putting
up
it.
in
Yeah, you're
Highland.
blessed, right?
I lived, and I lived. I lived not too far from your office, right off Kennedy and Ridge, and seeing what's up there in Wicker Park and all of those things. Again, we were extremely, extremely lucky. So.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Scott, and you're a friend of the show. And please, as what we call subject matter expert in the VA-related loan services for homes, please call in if there's any new details or benefits for veterans. We'd love to have you back on the show to talk about some of the opportunities, and that's why we're here, to get the news out to the troops.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few new things that have come out lately, but we can we can circle around and go over a bunch of those and how it benefits our veteran borrowers and homeowners, and kind of go from there. But I appreciate you letting me call in.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely, anytime. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
So as we move forward on Region Gettin and put it behind us, there's been a couple scares, I think, since even I guess a storm recently just went north of us.
Yeah, that
it's
was
just
pretty...
like almost like once a week I feel like there's another tornado warning.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on.
This is like hurricane season too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy that we're getting all this up here.
If you think about what was it a couple years ago when they had that inland hurricane in the east.
Oh, I remember
went through
that.
Tennessee and
Oh, yeah.
I mean that we had the same kind of winds that they had, but they had flooding as well because they have the rivers and everything there that just decimated that area.
Yeah.
And I know they're still dealing with that.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. So many people lost their homes, they lost their lives.
Well, you don't think about stuff like down in Fishers, like levees. Like Indiana has levees.
I didn't know Indiana has levees.
Yeah, but I guess there's like
Really?
Well, back in the day, back the reason we have a balanced budget amendment in our state constitution is because back in the day, they were building all these canals because canals were going to be the major shipping lane. Well, it wasn't the major shipping lane, so that bankrupted our state.
No.
wow.
Yeah.
Indiana was bankrupt.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
and now we got billions of dollars in excess, but which means they're taking too much from us. But that's a whole other issue. But anyway, they had all these canals built, or they were trying to build the canals. They still have some down there.
That's I never knew
Yeah.
that.
Then the railroads came in through and said, not so fast.
So speaking of budgets and being in a deficit, which we just reached 40 trillion, in case you all didn't know out there, it's becoming a problem. And what's interesting to me is that you never hear that we don't have money for foreign aid, but you always hear about like, well, I don't know if I'm going to get Social Security when I retire.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We have money for foreign aid, and rightfully so. We are technically the richest country in the world, although we have $40 trillion in debt. So my point to bringing up this is that the defense, okay, utilizing things like Patriot missiles for missile air defense that are very expensive. Yes. You're talking about one round on a Patriot missile is thousands of dollars, right, to produce and then ship and then load, and then you got to train your soldier to use it, and then they actually got to work, right? And we had talked about the success of the Lincoln that just got replaced by the Washington. Am I right, with the carrier out there?
Yeah.
And a part of their success shooting down the drones were that a lot of the Navy ships have been somewhat safe. I mean, there has been casualties, obviously, but they are utilizing these lasers, okay? And they're anti-drone lasers and the U.S. counter-drug operations and border defense. And we've had Coast Guard on here as well on Veterans Views radio show. And they talked about a lot of the the drug operations and border control and how dangerous it is out there for the Coast Guard. So shout out to Coast Guard members out there. I think sometimes you get overlooked is how you really protect our country as an armed forces. And so these anti-laser drones deployed the Army multi-purpose high-energy laser along the Rio Grande in Texas. The system shoots down Mexican drug cartel drones operating near the Mexican border.
Wow.
So we're not only using them to shoot down drones that are coming at us to like blow us up. We're using these lasers to shoot down drones that are bringing drugs. Right? So it's like it's kind of wild. You think like,
Are they CIA drones?
I don't know. They're definitely like rotary wing, you know, like they're spinning. And you think like whatever you can think you can make a drone do, you know, and the artificial intelligence and the technology that we're using out there. Imagine if we had to shoot down a fleet of 50 drones with Patriot missiles. I mean, come on. It's not going to happen.
I think
Yeah.
that's kind of a testament to what we were talking about earlier, the difference between today's generation and World War II. You know?
Yeah.
Like, do you think World War II guys would be able to shoot down a drone out of the
No.
sky? You know, like
Well, if they
they'd
could
be
shoot it
shooting
with a rifle.
Yeah, or artillery they'd
Yeah.
be shooting, but
Yeah.
and it, you know, and it's same vice versa. I don't think we could put our generation in with theirs to fight a war, right? It's just kind of a testament to where we're at.
Warfare has changed so much.
Oh, so much.
In
It's
our,
so
just in my lifetime too, you know.
The technology they use nowadays baffles me.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it.
Well, think about it. The technology that we see is usually 20 years behind what they're already using in the military and everything, you
That
know.
is
So,
actually true.
you know, the internet, contrary to popular belief, Al Gore did not create the internet. That was created by the military.
Al Gore did not create the internet. Al Gore created climate change, though.
He sure did.
Yeah, like we're seeing right now. I don't know.
Right.
You know what? Some things you just can't. Everyone's like, oh, that's political. Come on, climate change.
The
Sure.
climate's been changing since the planet's been
Yeah,
around.
I mean,
so.
didn't you go to school? There was like an ice age.
Yeah, and in the 70s, all we heard in the 70s was ice age is coming. By the 90s, we're all going to be living on an iceberg.
Ooh, that'd be rough.
So
Yeah.
I'd have to move to Hawaii.
Oh no, that was gonna, it was all going to be covered.
it's gonna be
the whole planet.
So speaking of, well, I don't know how this. I don't know how.
You got to segue with this.
Speaking of Hawaii, speaking of cold weather,
So we want to thank these people for keeping the show possible. We want to thank Calumet Brewery, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond. Reach them at 219-845-2242. Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans. 2305 West 83rd Avenue, Maryville. Call 219-769-8803. DAV Chapter 17 to meet the first Thursday, which is next Thursday at 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. DAV Chapter 80 meet the second Friday at Cedar Lake, American Legion Post 261, 13050 Washington Street, Cedar Lake. You can reach them at 219-386-2282. Laborers International Union, North America 41, 500 Superior Street, 219-924-7922. Military of the Purple Heart, 721. Meet second Thursday, 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Family Dental Care. Veterans receive free x-rays, exams, cleanings, and 10% discount on all their services. You can reach them at 219-804-9329. Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, health, business, and more. 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction, 1235 Summer Street, Hammond. 219-923-3007. Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana. Contact founder Rich Tokars, 219-670-2501. And White Oak Home Care, 9800 Connecticut Drive, Crown Point, 219-999-5869.
yeah. Hey, one other thing on the energy grids. Okay, so we all know that we have to advance in this energy.
Our grid is terrible.
So they just announced this week bases are getting nuclear reactors. The Army selected 5 commercial energy vendors to deploy 1 MW to 20 MW nuclear microreactors across domestic installations. Systems will be built at Fort Bragg, Fort Benning, Fort Campbell, Fort Hood, and Fort Drum to secure critical grid resilience.
So
Nuclear power.
So they're going to build nuclear reactors on the base?
Yeah, it says
That's
Wouldn't that
nuclear
make them-
microreactors.
Wouldn't that make them more of a target?
I don't know.
I would think so.
I mean, like,
well, they're already a target.
Like,
I mean,
we're
I mean, you
afraid of
gotta,
getting
like-
shot by nukes, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if we made it easier? All they got to do is shoot. We're providing the nukes.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. There are.
I
I,
would
mean,
feel like
I don't
it-
know. If,
you know-
if it's nuclear war, we're all going to perish anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Perish. That's a tough
We're all gonna
word.
die.
Yeah. And so here's something strange. You know how we talked a few months ago, and I'm just kind of reading different random news reels here, but you know how like all these generals keep getting like ousted?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, it's weird because you never seen this much.
You know, I don't know. I wonder how many of them got promoted that shouldn't have, because we've all seen it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people that get promoted that really shouldn't have.
And
you
I
know?
think it's kind of like a
US
downturn.
The
because
U.S.
a lot
Army
of-
Chief of Staff got relieved.
Well, a lot of these guys are holdovers from the Iraq-Afghanistan war.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they're old school.
You know what I
They're
mean?
warmongers.
So,
you know? But
a lot of
I
them-
can't say that about all. I know maybe but this guy, the U.S. Army Chief of Staff, that's
that's pretty
a
big.
that's just like a
That is a big
command,
deal.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're right underneath the
He's on.
basically SecDef,
Yeah.
or the Secretary of State.
Yeah,
right.
pretty
You're
much.
right there. You know.
Yeah.
So, geez, and it says reports indicate the oust followed his refusal to drop an investigation into an unauthorized military helicopter flyover near a
Oh,
private residence.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, like,
What?
what do they got these military flyovers over private residence?
That
It's
was-
got to be some
that
CIA
was last year.
stuff.
That
was it
was-
last year?
Yeah, it was
No
some
way.
party or something. You know, they're like, "Hey, hold my beer and watch this." You know.
Oh,
they-
really?
Yeah, it wasn't really much of anything.
That was last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Some helicopter
I
guys.
was thinking of some like conspiracy
No.
stuff, and no, it's
Yeah.
just some
No.
guys drinking.
I don't know if they were drinking or not, but
Yeah, hold
you know,
my beer. Watch this.
yeah,
I-
it was
what
just
I
that
can
kind
do.
of thing. It wasn't really that big of a deal. They just flew
I
by
mean,
this
I mean, I'm not
residence.
gonna lie. If I had a helicopter,
Oh, I'd be-
If I was a general,
I'd
I'd
do
be
it
like,
too.
hey, son, come pick me up, son.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, we got a caller too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, caller. You're on Veterans Views.
Hello.
Hello.
I listen to your show every week. Just wanted to make sure I called in and said how wonderful those people at Team Rubicon are. I had a 100-year-old oak tree, a huge branch come down on my carport and block my driveway, and they did a great job.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great.
That's
good
awesome.
to hear.
Yeah, thanks for letting
Thanks
us
for
know
letting
too.
us know. Yeah.
Where are you from, caller?
They're wonderful people. That's all I can say. I supported them for a couple of days and brought them a whole bunch of gallons of water and everything, even though we had no electricity back then.
Oh, that's
But
wonderful.
all I can say, Team Rubicon, wonderful people.
Team Rubicon.
All right.
Where are you? What town you from, there, caller?
Crown Point.
Crown
Oh,
Point.
okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of damage out there.
Yeah.
I live right at the corner of 95th and Randolph.
Oh,
And
okay.
we finally got our electric probably a week ago Monday, something
That's
like
good.
that.
Good.
Yeah, it was terrible. I live on a well, so I had no water either.
Ooh. Ooh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
that's rough.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
All
Oh,
right, guys,
you had
keep
to
up
have-
the great show.
All right,
love
thank
it.
you.
Hey,
Yeah,
thanks
just
a lot.
Pump for the well.
Wow.
Take care.
You too.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Somebody was just explaining it to me. I didn't even know that. Like, if you don't,
Well, you
if
gotta have a
you-
pump to get the water out of the well.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I,
I mean,
never
they
had
all-
water
Well,
before,
yeah.
so I
They're
never-
not lowering the rope and bringing the bucket back up. You know.
I don't know. I thought it was like that thing where they had the oil rig in the back that just
Oh,
constantly.
oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you are a city boy, aren't
Yeah. Steve Bramer's like the Goonies, like he's walking through like this.
you? So you never had. Well, we lived down south for a while, and when I was a kid, and we had this stuff called egg water. Oh, it smelled like
Oh,
rotten
yeah, the
eggs
well
coming
water?
right out of the tap.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
If you don't have a softener, it does smell like.
Oh, it was
yeah.
terrible. I was like, I'm not drinking that.
Yeah, I don't
put some
like that.
put some Kool-Aid in there. And,
That's
you
yucky.
know,
Heck yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid
couple
fix
packs
it.
of Kool-Aid and some sugar, and I'll be good to go.
That's what I'm talking about.
God.
Couple cups of sugar, get rid of that taste. But anyway,
Wow, you guys. Really
Well, so we
drank
started
that?
the show today with some push-ups from Steve Bramer, and he was able to complete 10 quality formed push-ups. And so Donna Ostrander and I are going to donate $20 for each push-ups, $20 each person for each push-up. So,
Yep.
And then we're going to present the checks to Jim Palush's family September 11th. The American Legion Post 66, 4 to 7 p.m. $20 per person for spaghetti dinner, and all the support goes to Jim Palush and his
Yep.
family, and currently in a coma from a motorcycle accident as a Marine veteran. And then, of course, all the other events that we've got going on out there. Anybody got anything locally coming up? Is there any DAV walks or anything? I know a lot of stuff got canceled.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the Veterans Ride in September is still going on, the motorcycle ride. I think they have that part of the park cleared up.
Yeah, from what I understand, that's still a go.
Okay.
That's still a go.
Yeah, so
It's such a
we'll have
big
some
one
more details
too.
on. That's our biggest fundraiser right there, to help. And they, and they do a lot more. They help veterans. They help citizens. If you like, they were giving out food vouchers during the when nobody had power. So they do a lot for the region.
Yeah.
They do a lot, and a lot of people don't realize you can go there to get help for your NIPSCO bill and all kinds of stuff. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to the North Township trustee.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and he
that's
has a
what
show
they're
on.
for.
He has a show on here on
WJOB.
WJOB.
That is what they're for. So there's a lot of people in my town in Griffith that were like, where's the town at with the help for this, that? Like, that's what North Township's for there. That's what their whole foundation is essentially for, is to help people in need.
Yeah.
And they do a great job. And, Adrian Santos does a great job doing that as
Yep.
well. And that's why, I do help and try to be a part as much as I can of the North Township Roundtable, which is its own nonprofit organization. But it all kind of correlated and started through that North Township, support the region type deal. And,
Yeah.
And everybody knows Griffith just became a part of that a few years ago, and happy to be here.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Welcome.
What do you
Welcome
got
to
now?
the township.
Thank you. Hey, it's an honor, Steve Bramer, to be presented next to you and Commander Ostrander.
Okay,
every
so
week.
how are we going to do this at the event? So what, I'm going to do more push-ups at the event?
Yeah.
And then what? Like,
People will pay either $5, $10, or more if they want for push-up.
so then if anybody out there wants to sponsor this, call in here? Or?
No.
Support this. Show up to
show up
Post
to the event.
66 on
Oh,
September
there you
11th.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, show up to the event.
Yep, on September 11th.
Yep, September 11th.
Better bring a
Did I
wad
say
of
no
cash
November?
because I'm going to knock some out.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Bring that checkbook, baby.
Yeah, I don't know if you can afford $20 of push-ups. We'll see how many Steve Bramer can do. Obviously, give what you can.
Yeah.
But I'd be willing to put. I think Steve's gonna have some
Yeah,
juice
I'll put
that
some
day.
money.
He's gonna have some.
He's going to be
Oh,
practicing.
I'm going to be juicing right now.
Talking about orange juice. He's
I
gotta
mean,
get
I
vitamin
mean,
C.
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably shouldn't have brought that up now.
Are we
Well,
done with it?
okay.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
look at that.
Willing to sponsor.
There you go.
Oh, hey,
He's
thanks
throwing
a
it down. Look at
lot.
that.
I've never heard your show before,
No.
but this is a great show.
Yeah.
It's entertaining,
Yeah.
educational,
Yeah.
and
Good
thanks
stuff.
for your service.
Oh, thank
Hey,
you.
absolutely.
Hey, you're
Hey,
awesome. Hey, wait, what's your name?
What's your name?
Will Glarus.
Will Glarus
Glarus.
just brought us a Benjamin Franklin here,
Yeah.
and to support Jim's cause.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we're bringing in the news. We're letting everybody know out there. Steve Bramer's ready for push-ups to support Jim and his family.
Yes.
And thank you, sir.
Thank
Here,
you
come
very
here.
much.
Here, take a picture with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hey, right
absolutely.
here on the air.
Yeah.
All right. Hey. So a kind gentleman just walked in here and donated to us $100 for Jim's cause and at Post 66 on September 11th. And thank you, sir, for that. It's going to be a big help for his
Yes,
family.
thank
And he's a Marine veteran, and he's got 5 young kids. It's a great cause to raise for him, and I think the community can come together just like this, just like by getting the word out there and talking about how important it is. So
I would agree. You got, as I mentioned, I had never seen your show before or heard it.
Okay.
And I was just impressed. I was in stitches, part of it, with some of the comedy
Yeah.
you talk about.
Okay.
And I was touched. That's why I came in here.
Awesome.
I mean, I never served, just was at a time post-Vietnam.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a need to go in, but in fact, if you saw my books at home, they're all military.
nice.
To study the essence of the perfection of training and everything
Yeah,
else.
that's awesome.
Makes you best and better in whatever you do.
Oh, 100%.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thanks for coming in.
This is awesome. Thank you so
sir.
much.
All right.
Appreciate
So what a
it.
great way to wind up the show because
Yes.
we're ready to get on out, and we'll be here again next week at
Tell all your
0900.
friends.
I will do
Yeah.
that.
Veterans
Anything on
Views.
paper?
What's that, sir?
Oh, here.
I mean, any PR stuff on it?
Oh yeah. We got some business
Cool.
cards
Here, take a
here.
couple of these.
Veterans Views Radio Show.
Yeah.
Pass them out. So yeah, every week WJOB 0900 here at the bunker. Veterans Views radio show has been on for 17 years running, and we're going to continue to do that.
Yep.
We got some youth now with me and Commander Ostrander and Steve Bramer, a few different generations of love that
Yep.
we're going to continue this show, and we're going to bring out all the good news and all the support for our local veterans and citizen soldiers out there. We thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be here every week and listening and tuning in. Please like us on Facebook. You click those like buttons on YouTube and subscribe, and it really helps the show. So
We appreciate you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to sign out. Steve, you good? Any last words? Hoorah.
All right. Good night, Chesty, wherever you are. And
Hoorah.
thanks for listening, everyone.
Ooh, are you talking about Chesty